All right, welcome back to Jammin' Sports, everybody, as we're getting set for the second game of our triple header tonight. It'll be the New York Jets. Let's try that again. It'll be the New York Giants taking on the Carolina Panthers. This is an NFC East battle. The Giants are the defending NFC East champions, but they lost to the Cowboys in the opening round of the playoffs last season. Carolina, we're bringing them back after a 2-season hiatus. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And we'll find out who our panel of experts will take in this next game as we head out to Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte for this one. Braden Mann has got the Giants, so I'll put him in the visiting pile. We'll figure out who the others have. Jackson said, yay, Giants, so I guess he's rooting for the Giants. I'll put him over there, too. We'll see who Evil Dead wants in a second. Let's head out to Charlotte for this one here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the Giants and the Panthers. And welcome back to another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. TMG's got the Panthers. Evil Dead's got the Panthers. All right, all the picks are in. Misty's got the Giants, she says. On a bright, sunny day here in Charlotte. Yeah, the Panthers aren't all that good. We'll see what happens. Carolina will get the opening kickoff. We're underway. From the 7-yard line on the return, number 80, that's Bruce Hammond. In his 4th year out of Montana, brings out to the 32-yard line. Starting quarterback, the rookie out of California, Luke George, number 11. In fact, all 3 of Carolina's quarterbacks are rookies. The backup, Alec Johnson, a rookie out of Tennessee, and Evan Maggart, the rookie out of Clemson. 1st and 10. Carolina will start from their own 32-yard line. Yeah, the Giants are not the same Giants team. They don't have their same quarterback anymore. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. George in the shotgun. 4 wide. George back. George throws near side. Making the catch, number 83, John Quick, the rookie out of Georgia. 7 yards out to the 39-yard line. And that'll bring up 2nd and 3 for the Panthers. Yeah, they don't. The Giants don't have William Rogers anymore. Rogers was a free agent, left the Giants, went to Cincinnati. 2nd and 3 from the 39. George under center. Hands off to Darryl Holt. And Holt loses 2 yards back to the 37-yard line. Holt in his 10th year out of Maryland. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5. Just underway, live from Charlotte on a bright sunny afternoon in the banking capital of the Southeast. You ever go to Charlotte? Nothing but bank buildings downtown. 3rd and 5. Franklin in motion. George back. George throws, caught by Holt out of the backfield, and Darryl Holt down the sideline all the way out to the 46-yard line. 17 yards. First down, Carolina. Darryl Holt on the swing pass. Picks up the first down. Nolan Mixon makes the tackle. And now Carolina has it at the Giant 46. 4 wide. George in the gun. George hands off to Holt again. And Holt down to the 41, a gain of 5. Before being tackled by Lowry. Number 95, Charles Lowry, who got shaken up on the play in his 2nd year out of Illinois. That number is not totally accurate. Now, it will go up and down depending on the players, but that number is based off of the game, not my adjustments to the players to match my rosters. It's an indicator, but it's not totally accurate. 2nd and 5 from the 41, 4 wide. George under center. George to Holt up the middle, and Holt gets stacked up, breaks away, gets outside, and when it's all said and done, no gain. It'll be 3rd and 5. That was the best run for no yards I've seen in a long time. That's right, Evil Dead is the greatest of all time. 50 over 500 last season. 3rd and 5 for the Panthers at the Giant 41-yard line. 4 wide, George in the shotgun. In motion is Moore, the tight end. Jared Moore. As George throws downfield, making the catch, John Cunningham at the 33, a gain of 8. First down, Carolina. John Cunningham in his 4th year out of Oregon. I got the Giants back in their NY helmets this season. Thought I'd put them back in the NYs. Oh my gosh, I didn't see all that. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line, 4 wide. George in the gun. George draws back, throws outside, and making the catch, number 84. That's Philip Lee, the rookie out of Southern Miss. Ree, a gain of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. They're very simple. They're kind of classic. I like them. 2nd and 8. George in the gun. George draws back, throws, and it's nearly picked off. Should have been. Scott Daniel, the 2nd-year safety out of Minnesota, had he caught that, he would have been gone. Incomplete pass. It'll be 3rd and 8 for the Panthers at the Giant 32-yard line. Still the opening possession of this game. 3 wide to the near side. George in the shotgun on 3rd and 8. George draws back. George throws, and he kind of threw it too low. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down. Panther drive stalls out. They'll try a 49-yard field goal. Hudson Bronner, the rookie out of San Diego State. This will be from 49. Snap, kick is up. And the kick is good. Just inside the left upright. And the Panthers take a 3-0 lead. Or did he? Did he miss it? The coach reacted like he missed it. I wasn't sure on the replay. He missed it. I thought he made it. He missed it wide left. I don't like that angle, but that's what we're stuck with. So the Panthers come up empty. And now the Giants will take over. 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line. Their new starting quarterback, the longtime backup, Stephen Gardner, in his 7th year out of Houston. He backed up the other quarterback for 7 seasons. He dumps it off to the tight end, Dalton Hancock, who they picked up from the Saints during the offseason. When William Rogers was the quarterback, Gardner was his backup for 6 seasons. And now that Rogers is gone, Gardner steps up. He's the new starting quarterback. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and inches from the 48. Gardner fakes the handoff, throws, caught out of the backfield, making the catch. Down the sideline is Michael Holmes, the rookie out of USC, down to the 30-yard line. Gain of 22 yards and a Giant first down. What Evil Dead was talking about earlier, Patrick Collins is the only receiver returning from last season. The other 5 receivers are all rookies. 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. Gardner in the gun. Gardner going to take it himself. A quarterback keeper. Gardner turns upfield down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. He's a tall quarterback. He's about 6'5". On the tackle, number 49 for Carolina. I don't have a 49. I'll have to look it up later. I think it's a linebacker, misnumbered. I think it's 59. Gardner, 1st and 10. Gardner rolls out and throws it away. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Let me make a note to check out who number 49 is. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. I think that 49 is 59. Kyler Peterson, the linebacker. Gardner on 2nd and 10. Hands off to Eric Johnson around the corner. Touchdown, Giants. Eric Johnson, a 14-yard touchdown run. The 8th-year running back out of Duke. Touchdown, G-Man. Zach Whitney for the extra point. Is up and good. And the Giants take a 7-0 lead. Panthers came up empty on their opening drive, but the Giants get a touchdown. 3:32 left in the first quarter. We have the Vikings and the Buccaneers after this. We'll be in Tampa for that one. Zach Whitney will kick off. Well, at least he'll tee it up. That's why you play the game. That's a famous quote by Herman Edwards. That's why you play the game. Whitney will kick off from the 7-yard line. On the return, Bruce Hammond. And Hammond out to the 23-yard line. And that's where Carolina will take over. Luke George will come back out, the rookie out of Cal. Panthers missed a 49-yard field goal on their opening drive. Giants lead it 7-0. Live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Week 1 here at Jammin' Sports. The Panthers will host the Patriots next week. I forget about the Giants. I'll look it up in a second. 1st and 10. George looking. George throws. Caught. Coming across. Making the catch. Down the sideline. Big gain is Phillip Lee. Out to the 50-yard line. A gain of 27. The rookie tight end out of Southern Miss. First down, Panthers. I do believe the Giants are home next week. I forget who they play, though. Let's take a look. I got the schedule here. On 1st and 10 for the 50-yard line, they host Baltimore. On 1st and 10, they hand off to Darrell Holt. And Holt out to the 45. Again of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Somebody got shaken up, though. It's the offensive lineman, number 66, Eric Cooper, the left guard. He'll go to the sideline. 2nd and 5 for Carolina from the Giant 45-yard line. Under 3 minutes left in the first quarter here in Charlotte. If you missed the first game, the Ravens beat the Eagles 15-10 up in Baltimore. It's our second game tonight. We have a third one after this. Vikings Buccaneers. On 2nd and 5, George, and he threw it low, incomplete. He short hopped it. 3rd and 5 from the 45-yard line. .254 left here in the first quarter. 4 wide. George in the shotgun. George draws back. George looking. Throws. Caught. Down the sideline. John Cunningham down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 16 yards. Actually, a gain of 17. 1st and 10 for the Panthers at the Giant 28. Carolina comes out. George under center. Hands off to Darrell Holt. And Holt gets backed up in the backfield. A loss of a yard. Leading the charge, number 99. That's Thomas Watts in his 6th year out of Kansas. And that'll bring up 2nd and 11 for the Giants. Or 2nd and 11 for the Panthers, the Giant 29-yard line. 4 wide for Carolina. George under center. Hands off to Holt. Up the middle, and Holt down to the 24. That'll be a gain of 5. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Darrell Holt in his 10th year out of Maryland. The Terrapin, which is a turtle, if you don't know. 3rd and 6 from the 24-yard line. Panthers come out. George in the shotgun. George looking. Throws. Dumps it off. As Cunningham down to the 10, inside the 10. John Cunningham down to the 8-yard line. A gain of 16. First down, Panthers. See, Evil Dead knows what he's doing. He took Carolina. They got a nice drive going here. They got some players. First and goal from the 8. Down to 1:15 left in the first quarter. Panthers trying to tie things up. 5 wide. George in the shotgun. Takes the snap, throws, and it's incomplete. It was well covered by Nolan Mixon, the linebacker. The intended receiver was Jared Moore, the tight end. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 8. Four wide for the Panthers. George in the shotgun. George draws back. Throws. One-handed catch by Jared Moore down to the 3-yard line. He had to reach back for that one. A gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 3. That was a great catch. And now the Panthers, let's see if they can punch it in and tie this game up. 3rd and goal from the 3. 4 wide. George in the shotgun. George draws back. George in trouble. George will get sacked. Back at the 8-yard line, a loss of 5. Isaiah Nettles on the sack, the 4th-year defensive end out of TCU. And Carolina will settle for a field goal. Hudson Bronner will come on, much closer this time from 25 yards. Snap, kick is up. And this time he connects. The Panthers score, but the Giants still lead it 7-3. 9 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Week 1 here at Jammin' Sports. The Vikings and the Buccaneers are up next. We did a vote last night, and the majority wants to see the Bucs in the creamsicles again, so we'll put them in the creamsicles. There's the kickoff by Bronner from the 5-yard line. On the return for the Giants, number 81, Joe Cooper. Not Joe, Job Cooper, J-O-B, Job Cooper, a biblical name. And Cooper, the rookie out of Arkansas, brings it out to the 32-yard line. 5 seconds left to play. 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun, 1st and 10. This should be the last play of the quarter. Collins in motion. Gardner back. Throws, and it's incomplete. 2 seconds left. The intended receiver was Michael Holmes, the rookie out of USC. That'll stop the clock. We'll have one more play, unless they start the clock. 2nd and 10 from the 32-yard line. Gardner under center. They hand off to Eric Johnson, who gets out to the 35-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter. Giants up 7-3 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. We start the second quarter. Giants will have it 3rd and 7 at their own 35. They'll lead the Panthers 7-3. Gardner in the gun. Gardner draws back, throws, dumps it off, making the catch. Eric Johnson down to the 49-yard line. A gain of 14 yards and a Giant first down. Eric Johnson in his 8th year out of Duke. First down, G-Man. First and 10 for the Giants. At their own 49, they come out in the I formation. Gardner hands off to Johnson, and Johnson makes his way out to the 46. A gain of 5, it'll be 2nd and 5. Giants lead at 7-3. We're in the second quarter. Week 1, opening day for these two teams. Gardner in the shotgun on second down. Gardner back. Throws outside. Caught by Keith Washington, the tight end, out to the 38-yard line. That'll be a gain of 8 yards. First down, Giants. Keith Washington in his 5th year out of Michigan, the tight end. Seven minutes left in the half. 4 wide for the Giants. First and 10. Gardner under center. Gardner end around to Collins. He gets tackled behind the line. Making the tackle, number 93. That's Damian Griffey, the 5th year defensive end out of Penn State. A loss of 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12, back at the 40. 4 wide for the Giants. Gardner in the shotgun. In motion, Collins once again. Gardner back to throw. Throws it inside. And making the catch down to the 29-yard line, number 86. That's Jackson Ray, the rookie out of LSU. A gain of 9. It'll be 3rd and 1 from the 29-yard line. A lot of rookies on the Giants, especially at receiver. On 3rd and 1 from the Panther 29, Gardner hands off to Eric Johnson. Johnson doesn't get much. On the tackle, number 20, Eric O'Neill, the 8th year safety out of Colorado State. It'll bring up 4th and 2. Giants will try the field goal. This will be they're going to go for it. On 4th and 2 from the 30-yard line, 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner back. Throws, and it's caught by Washington. They pick up the first down, a 5-yard gain. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. .5:14 and counting here in the half. Giants keep the drive alive, 4 wide. Gardner on the shotgun. Gardner hands off to Eric Johnson to the 22-yard line, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Yeah, Sullivan is the one who's misnumbered. He's number 49. I'll make a note here to correct that. On 2nd and 7, in the I formation, Gardner pitches to Johnson around the outside, and Eric Johnson out to the 17. A gain of 5 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2, as the Panther defense is right there. 4.5 minutes left in the first half. Five wide for the Giants. Gardner in the shotgun, back to throw. And it's picked off. Going the other way for the Panthers. Number 29, Russ Snow, the former Raider in his 3rd year out of Iowa. He left the Raiders. Actually got traded by the Raiders to the Panthers. He picks it off, and the Giants come up empty on that drive. Nice play by Russ Snow. He stepped in front of the rookie wide receiver. Jackson Ray picks it off. And the Giants come up empty, and now Carolina will take over at their own 16-yard line with 4:15 left to play. Here in the first half, down 7-3. Let's see if the Panthers can capitalize now. Get a drive going. Their defense has just come up big. 4 wide. George in the shotgun. High snap, hands off to Holt, up the middle, and Darryl Holt, a nice gain. Out to the 29-yard line, a gain of 13. First down, Carolina. Less than 4 minutes left in the half. On 1st and 10, George in the shotgun. George draws back, throws down the middle, and incomplete. He was looking for John Cunningham. He was well covered by number 27. Again, I have a 27 on the Giants. I don't know who he is. I'll have to look that one up. Let me write that one down. A couple players got misnumbered. 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. George in the gun. Holt in motion. George looking. Throws near side. Caught by Cunningham, who gets out to the 46-yard line. A gain of 17 yards. John Cunningham in his 4th year out of Oregon. First down, Carolina. 3:20 left in the half. Giants up 7-3. Panthers on the move, 4 wide. George in the shotgun. George drops back, throws down the middle. Cunningham again, out to the 42. 12 yards and a Panther first down. Misty says, hi, everybody. We got everybody here tonight. Got Evil Dead, Jax is here, Braden's here, TMG is here, New England fan is here. A lot of people here tonight. That's great. Kicking Uncle's here. 1st and 10 from the 42. They hand off to Holt. And Darryl Holt down to the 33-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Panthers. Evil Dead says, Guru. 2.5 minutes left. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. On 2nd and 1 from the Giant 33-yard line. George hands off to Holt, and the Giants stack him up. Gibson, the safety, Greg Gibson comes up. The 10th-year safety out of North Texas. Makes the stop. No gain. It'll be 3rd and 1 for Carolina at the Giant 33-yard line. We're coming up on 2 minutes left. And that's the 2-minute warning. Live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Week 1, opening day here at Jammin' Sports on a bright, sunny, and very warm afternoon. Temperatures around 89 degrees. 3rd and 1. George back. George throws and making the catch. Number 88. That's Jared Moore. Down to the 30-yard line. A gain of 3, and that'll be a Carolina first down. Chris Chapman came up and made the tackle in his 9th year out of Virginia Tech. Down to a minute and a half. From the Giant 30-yard line, George in the gun. Back to throw. Dumps it off to Holt. And Holt gets taken down by Julius Sanders, the linebacker, in his 9th year out of Connecticut. A loss of a yard. It'll be 2nd and 1. Nice play by Sanders. 1:20 left. Clock is moving. Both teams have 3 timeouts. Vikings, Buccaneers up after this. We'll head down to Tampa, Florida for that one. George in the shotgun, 2nd and 11. George looking. George throws. Caught. Down to the 12. A gain of 19 yards. And that's John Quick, the rookie out of Georgia. Remember when the Eagles had a wide receiver whose last name was Quick? And he was. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. Panthers take a timeout. 51 seconds left until halftime. 5 wide for Carolina. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line. George looking. Throws underneath. Caught. Touchdown, Carolina. J.T. Franklin, the former Raider. A 12-yard touchdown catch. In his 5th year out of SMU, he was a free agent. He went to Carolina, left the Raiders, scores a touchdown, and Carolina takes a 9-7 lead. You guys need to learn from Evil Dead. Evil Dead gets them wrong occasionally, but he knows what he's doing. He gets more right than wrong. Hudson Bronner for the extra point. The rookie out of San Diego State. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. And the Panthers lead it 10-7. A nice 10-play drive by Carolina. Here at Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina, Week 1. Here at Jammin' Sports. In a quirk of the schedule, in Week 3, these two teams will play again up in New York at MetLife. They play in Week 1, they play in Week 3. Just how the schedule came out. Now the Panthers will kick off. This will be fielded at the 7-yard line, bringing it back. Well, we'll find out who 27 is. That's Joel Molson. Maybe I was looking at somebody else on defense. Could have sworn there was a 27 on defense for the Giants. Molson's a running back in his 4th year out of Howard. All right, in between games, I'll try to turn it up. It is low on 25. I'll make sure it's cranked up between games before we go down to Tampa. 1st and 10 from the 34. Giants take over, 3 to the far side. Gardner in the shotgun. Yep, they're both in the same division. Gardner back. Gardner looking, throws, caught, making the catch. Michael Holmes out to the 42, a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Yeah, my divisions are a little different because I'm only using 30 teams, not all 32. 6 5-team divisions. The NFC East is the Giants, Eagles, Redskins, Cowboys, and Panthers. 3 wide to the near side. Gardner in the gun. Gardner back. Dumps it off to Johnson down the sideline. Eric Johnson out to the 45. And that'll be a gain of 13 yards. First down, Giants. And the Giants take a timeout. They have 1 left. 32 seconds left in the half. I've always liked Carolina's uniforms when they don't get stupid with them. When they keep their uniforms basic. On 1st and 10 for the 45. Gardner back. Gardner looking, throws, and caught by Keith Washington. Down to the 39, a gain of 6. The two teams I'm not using, the Titans and the Jaguars. I took the Jaguars out and put the Cardinals back in. And the Seahawks go to the AFC West. 2nd and 4. Last play of the half. A flag is down. Gardner all the way down to Jackson Ray, but a flag is down. If it's on the Giants, we go to halftime. Oh, it's on the defense. Well, here's the thing. You've got to take the penalty so you get the extra down.
Automatic first down.
Because if you take the play, the time will run out. So the Giants will try a field goal from 51 yards. Whitney, to get a free play. The kick is up. And he nailed it. We're tied at 10 at the half here at Jammin' Sports. And welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. We got a good one going on here between the Giants and the Panthers. I'll do it between games they're kicking. And the Giants will get the second half kickoff in a tie ball game. From the 5-yard line, bringing it back is Molson. And Molson out to the 28-yard line. That's Jay Molson in his 4th year out of Howard. 1st and 10 for the G-Men as we start the second half. Tied at 10. Panthers are hanging with the Giants here. Four wide for the G-men. Gardner in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Gardner back. Gardner gets sacked back at the 23-yard line. A loss of 6. On the sack, number 95, Elijah Andrews, in his second year out of Arizona State. I'm hearing the crowd pretty good in my headphones here. I got the microphone plugged into the controller. That's how I use the mic on a PS4 or 5. 2nd and 16, 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner hands off to Johnson, and Eric Johnson to the 26-yard line. A gain of 4. It'll be 3rd and 12. But between games, I'll go in and take a look at the audio settings and make sure the crowd noise and everything, because that's a big part of the game. I want to make sure you all hear that. 3rd and 12. 5 wide. Gardner in the shotgun. Empty backfield. 3rd and 12. Gardner back. Gardner rolls out. Throws. Caught on the run. Down the sideline. That is Jackson Ray. Ray. Down to the 42-yard line. 32 yards for Jackson Ray, the rookie out of LSU. I want to make sure I hear the PA guy. It saves me some time doing math when he tells me how many yards it is. I try to figure it out on my own, though. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner back. Gardner throws. And again, Keith Washington can't hold on. I thought he might have caught that. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 42-yard line. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a baseball doubleheader. And then we'll get back to football on Thursday. 2nd and 10. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner throws a screen to Michael Holmes. And Holmes out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. As I said before, Patrick Collins, the only returning receiver. There's Jackson Ray, Michael Holmes, Randy Henderson, Job Cooper, and Jackson Connor, all rookies. 3rd and 5. 4 wide. Gardner in the gun. Gardner back. Gardner looking. He's got all sorts of time. It breaks down. He gets sacked. Back at the 49-yard line. That'll be a loss of 13 yards. On the sack, Elijah Andrews, the second-year defensive end out of Arizona State. Who won the last game? Baltimore did, 15-10 over the Eagles. We're in the third quarter, tied at 10 with the Giants and the Panthers. 4th and 18 for the Giants at their own 49. They'll probably punt. Zach Everett back to punt, the rookie out of Michigan. He bobbles it, and just got it away. That'll be out of bounds at the 13-yard line. It recovers for a nice punt. Down to the 13. We remain tied at 10 with 5:34 left to play here in the third quarter. Carolina will take over at their own 13-yard line. Their first possession of the second half. We have the Vikings and the Buccaneers up next. We'll head on down to Tampa. That's Misty's favorite team back here. She's clapping. We head on down to the Sunshine State. 4 wide for the Panthers. Luke George, the rookie in the shotgun, the rookie out of California. George throws quickly outside. Caught by Cunningham out to the 22-yard line. A gain of 9. That'll bring up 2nd and 1. That was a nice little fake there. Kind of caught the defense off guard. It'll be 2nd and 1 from the 22-yard line. We have a great crowd here tonight on this Tuesday. I really do appreciate it. I love it when we get the double digits. We just need to consistently be at double digits. 2nd and 1. George looking. George throws. It's dropped. John Quick. His feet are quick, but his hands not so much. It'll be 3rd and 1. We'll be playing in the parking lot. It'll be flag football. 5:17 left. 3rd and 1 from the 22-yard line. George in the shotgun. Panthers trying to keep the drive going. George drops back, throws quickly to Cunningham. He took a shot, but he got enough for the first down. He picked up the yard. First down, Panthers. He got just enough. That's why I was saying the other night, for those guys out there that are still in high school and stuff watching, tell all your friends and schoolmates about Jammin' Sports. Let's get people in here, man. I want to make partner one day. 1st and 10. They throw the pass. Get it out to Jared Moore. A 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 7. Four and a half minutes left here in the third quarter. We're still tied at 10. It's been a good ball game. George in the shotgun. In motion is Quick. George looking. George is going to take off. And George gets the first down out to the 36-yard line. A 10-yard run by Luke George, the rookie out of Cal. The Panthers' first-round draft pick. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. 1st and 10, Carolina from their own 36. 4 wide, George under center. George hands off to Darrell Holt, who weaves his way down to the 41-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. For those who are watching, feel free to chat, just like Davis is doing. How you doing, Davis? 2nd and 6 from the 41-yard line. Misty says hi. Yep, the Patriots won yesterday. On 2nd and 6, they hand off to Holt. And Holt out to the 45-yard line, a gain of 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 2. But even a broken clock is right twice a day. 3rd and 2 for the Panthers now at their own 45-yard line. The Redskins really didn't play well at all yesterday. George on the shotgun, 3rd and 2. Holt in motion. George back. Throws, caught by Cunningham. Turns upfield. John Cunningham, a big gain inside the 20, down to the 14-yard line. 41 yards. John Cunningham, as he takes off down the sideline. Turned the corner and put on the afterburners. He left Sam Tarver in his dust. 1st and 10, Panthers at the Giant 14-yard line. We're tied at 10, late in the third quarter, 2:50 left and counting. George under center. George to Holt up the middle, and Darrell Holt down to the 11. I want to call him Lester all the time. I really, the NBC News guy. It's Darrell Holt. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 from the 11-yard line. I like Lester Holt, though. He's a good news guy. He was on the Today Show for a while. 2nd and 7 from the 11-yard line. George in the gun. George looking. George throws. Caught by J.T. Franklin, the former Raider, down to the 4-yard line. A gain of 7. 1st and goal, Panthers. Down to 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. Panthers trying to take the lead. 1st and goal from the 4-yard line. 3 to the far side. George quickly throws a fade. Incomplete. Chris Chapman knocks it away. The 9th-year defensive back out of Virginia Tech. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. Second and goal from the 4-yard line. This time, Panthers come out 4 wide. George in the gun. George looking. Rolls out. And George is going to take it himself. Touchdown, Carolina. He froze the Giant defense and runs in for the touchdown. And the Panthers take the lead 16-10. He caught the Giant defense flat-footed. You see, now this is why you don't question Evil Dead, okay? He knows what he's doing. He's done his research. He's my director of information and pronunciation. Yeah, it's just a one-score game. And now Hudson Bronner will come on for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. Panthers up 17-10. 1:48 left. Here in the third quarter, we still have a lot of gameplay left in this one. Live from Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina, Week 1, here at Jammin' Sports. Vikings Buccaneers up next. We'll head down to Tampa for that one. Bronner will kick off for Carolina. 1:48 left here in the third quarter. On a bright, beautiful day in Charlotte. There's the kick. From the 4-yard line on the return. This will be number 81. That's Job Cooper, the rookie out of Arkansas, out to the 24-yard line. We the Goat is in here. How you doing, We the Goat? Welcome into Jammin' Sports. We haven't seen you in a long time. Wow. It's been a lion's age. I think the last time we saw you was a leap year. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Gardner hands off to Eric Johnson out to the 24-yard line. No gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Well, it must have been. We haven't seen you in a couple of years, man. The Goat is with us. We the Goat. Welcome on back to Jammin' Sports. Hey, you're more than welcome to. I'll take any promotion. Make them yourself if you can. 2nd and 10. I don't have time. Keith Washington out to the 33-yard line. A gain of 9. It'll be 3rd and 1. He's Ahmad Emeritus. It'll bring up 3rd and 1 for the Giants at their own 33-yard line. 4 wide. Gardner in the gun. Gardner back. Gardner looking. Throws. Caught. On the catch, Michael Holmes out to the 43-yard line. A gain of 10. First down, G-Man. One of the biggest reasons I'd like to consistently be in the double digits, which we are right now, when people look in and they see, wow, there's double-digit people here, they tend to come in and take a look. 1st and 10 from the 43. We're down to 42 seconds. 4 wide. Gardner back. Throws quickly outside. Patrick Collins out to the 48-yard line. A gain of 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Patrick Collins in his 13th year out of Georgia. We're down to 20-some-odd seconds left here in the third quarter. 2nd and 5 from the 48-yard line. Well, that wasn't too long ago, Goat. Throws outside. Caught by Washington out to the 47-yard line. That'll be a gain of 5 and a first down for the G-Man. Yeah, it's corrupted. Rest in peace. See if the Giants will get the playoff in time before the end of the third quarter. Misty is checking in. And that's the end of the third quarter. Panthers up 17-10 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. We start the fourth quarter. 1st and 10, G-Man at the Carolina 47-yard line. Gardner hands off to Eric Johnson up the middle, and Johnson to the 43-yard line, a gain of 4. Sullivan on the tackle. It'll be 2nd and 6. Great crowd tonight on this Tuesday. I really appreciate it. You don't know how much. Gardner in the shotgun, 4 wide, 2nd and 6. Gardner back. Gardner throws. Caught. Michael Holmes down to the 34-yard line. Well, we've missed you, We the Goat. We miss everybody who's been gone a while, especially our mods. 1st and 10, Giants at the Panther 34-yard line, 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner drops back. Gardner throws near side. Incomplete. Collins couldn't hold on as he was nailed. 7:06 left in the fourth quarter. Panthers up 17-10. 2nd and 10 for the Giants at the Carolina 34-yard line. 4 wide. Gardner under center. Gardner to Johnson. Inside the 30. Johnson down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 7. Make it a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 4. 6:50 and counting. On 3rd down, Gardner in the shotgun, 3rd and 4. Gardner, who's going to take it himself, freaks out the Panther defense down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 11. I said freaks out. I meant to say fakes out. Probably freaked him out too. 1st and 10, Giants at the Panther 17, trying to tie this one up. Been our closest game yet here in week 1. Gardner on the shotgun, 1st and 10. Gardner going to take it himself. Similar play, just different side. And Gardner is in for the touchdown. Oh, he fumbles. But Ray recovers, trailing the play for the touchdown. I think he was over the goal line. Oh, many times. I've had overtime many times. More times than I can count. I think he fumbled that once he broke the plane. I'm going to give that to Gardner. Zach Whitney for the extra point. Kick is up. And it's good. And we're tied at 17. And in our sim season history, we've had 20 double overtime games. Yeah, let me pick that up for you. Hey, you lose this? Hey, QB, you lose this? That's funny. 6:08 left. Whitney will kick off for the Giants. We're tied at 17. Great game here in Charlotte. Here this evening, we have the Vikings and Bucks up next. There's the kickoff. From the 5-yard line on the return. This will be number 82, John Cunningham. He brings it out to the 27-yard line. Luke George will come back out. The rookie out of California, Berkeley. I didn't know there was others out there. I'm the only one that I know of. 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. 4 wide. George under center. Cheater. George hands off to Holt. And Darrell Holt out to the 30-yard line. A gain of 3. Oh, I see. And that'll bring up 2nd and 7. We're down to 5:52 and counting. Now, if you see... Well, hold on a second. Let me call this play. 5 wide. 2nd and 7 from the 30-yard line. George in the gun. Empty backfield. George back. George throws. Caught by Jared Moore, the tight end. A gain of 3. It'll be 3rd and 4. If you see something like this, and it's a guy named either Fastack or Deadpool, it's actually, he's using my videos without my permission. 3rd and 4. They throw. Incomplete. They were trying to hit John Quick. Quick needs new hands. It'll be 4th and 4. Derek White will come on to punt. On Twitch, yes. I'm highly upset at that. Derek White, the 10th-year punter out of Notre Dame, gets the punt away. From the 19-yard line on the return. That's number 81 for the Giants. Again, I got new names and new places. Job Cooper on the return out to the 29. We're tied at 17 with 5:01 left. I got you. First and 10 from the 29-yard line. Let's see if the Giants can retake the lead. Gardner in the shotgun, first and 10. Gardner looking. Gardner throws, and it's caught. On the catch, the rookie Michael Holmes out of USC. Good for 13 yards and a first down. This one may go down to the wire. We're 4:40 left. Tied at 17. Giants with the ball. First and 10 from their own 42. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner going to take it himself. And Sullivan on the tackle. A gain of 2 yards. The misnumbered Wade Sullivan. He's supposed to be 51. I'll fix it after this game later tonight. A gain of 2 to be 2nd and 8 for the Giants at their own 44-yard line. Giants come out 4 wide. Gardner in the shotgun. Gardner back. Throws deep. Caught. Keith Washington down to the 37-yard line. That's a 21-yard gain. Make it a 20-yard gain. Into Carolina territory at the 37-yard line. A lot of empty seats in the end zone there. I guess they're too expensive. 4 minutes left. We're tied at 17. Giants are almost in field goal range. It'd be 54 yards from here. Giants come out. Gardner in the shotgun. First and 10. Gardner looking. Throws. Dumps it off to Washington. And Keith Washington down to the 21-yard line. A gain of 16. Another Giant first down. And now the Giants are definitely in field goal range. It would be a 38-yard field goal from here. 3:22 and counting. 3 to the far side. Gardner the shotgun. First and 10. Gardner hands off to Eric Johnson around the outside. Johnson's got the corner. Johnson all the way down to the 1-yard line. A 20-yard run by Eric Johnson, the 8th-year back out of Duke. First and goal, Giants at the 1-yard line. He's pretty fast considering he's in his 8th year. On first and goal from the 1. Gardner to Johnson. Touchdown, Giants. A 1-yard touchdown run by Eric Johnson. And the Giants retake the lead. 23-17. Awful, Evil says. I guess there are people in the end zone. Just those seats are so big, it's hard to see the people. And now Zach Whitney will come on for the extra point. Jax is happy. He took the Giants. Whitney for the point after. Snap is up. Kick is up. It's good. Giants lead at 24-17. There's still a lot of time left. Still 2:45 left. Plenty of time for Carolina to retaliate. Don't forget, we have the Vikings and the Buccaneers coming up about 5 minutes after this game's over. Give me a couple extra minutes. I've got to go into the settings between games and try to boost the crowd volume a little bit. It's low. I think it's set at 85. I'll just kick it up to 100. There's the kickoff by Zach Whitney. From the 3-yard line, on the return, John Cunningham. And Cunningham out to the 22-yard line. He's had a pretty good day. No touchdowns, but a lot of yardage. All right, the Panthers have 2:41 to work with. They have all 3 of their timeouts. They're down by 7. Well, no one's perfect. After doing college football all day Saturday and through the weekend and seeing those normal kickoffs, it's kind of a shock to go back here. George throws on first down, and it's a fumble picked up by the Giants. J.T. Franklin catches the ball and coughs it up. And Julius Sanders, the linebacker, recovers the loose football. And the Giants get it back. Let's watch the replay. Was he down? No, that ball is out. That ball got knocked out of there. It was Chris Chapman who came around and knocked the ball out. And now the Giants, with a big turnover, they can make this a two-possession game. The G-Man, our savior. Giants will have it at the Panther 30-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:36 left. Carolina desperately needs a turnover now. Okay, 1st and 10. Gardner looking. Gardner throws. Caught by Dalton Hancock, the former Saint, the tight end. Down to the 22-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Hancock in his 9th year out of Boise State. And that's the 2-minute warning here at Bank of America Stadium, Charlotte, North Carolina. Week 1, opening day here at Jammin' Sports. Gardner under center on 2nd and 2. Gardner hands off to Johnson. And Johnson to the 19 gets the first down, a gain of 3. How old is this Giants team? What's their average age? To be honest, I don't know. Probably the very young. They have a lot of rookies. They had a lot of turnover during the offseason, especially at wide receiver. 16. 1st and 10 from the 19-yard line. They hand off to Johnson. Johnson gets nailed in the backfield. A loss of 2 yards. James Brandon, the 2nd-year defensive end out of South Florida, on the tackle. Carolina takes a timeout. They have 1 left. It'll be 2nd and 12 from the 22-yard line. Panthers, they need a turnover in the worst way. A field goal makes it a 2-score game. On 2nd and 12 in the eye, Gardner to Johnson around the outside. Johnson, see ya, touchdown, Giants. Boy, he likes that left side sweep. Yeah, house call is right. A 23-yard touchdown run by Eric Johnson. Jackson is speaking in binary code or something. I don't know what he's doing. Zach Whitney will come on for the extra point to put the Giants up by 14. Turnovers will kill you, man. They'll kill you dead quick. The kick is up, and it's good. And the Giants lead at 31-17. He ordered Uber Eats right after the Uber driver and beat him up. Water Fox Gaming! Haven't seen you in forever. Good to see you, man. How you doing there, Water Fox? Boy, what is it, like homecoming tonight? Everybody's homecoming in Charlotte. Don't miss it. Giants up 31-17. Salisbury is back. That's right. That was your former name. There's the kickoff. From the 5-yard line on the return. This is number 84, Phillip Lee, out to the 26-yard line. Well, the Panthers, they only have 1 timeout. Hey, I missed y'all too. Great to have y'all back. Yeah, just in time for the new season. Let's see, how many games in are we now? 5? This is our 5th game. Now, in full disclosure, we did a restart because my 19 didn't work. We got 11 games in, and I said, screw it, we'll just start over. 1st and 10. They get sacked back at the 18-yard line. Coming in, that was Lowry. Number 95, Charles Lowry, in the 2nd year out of Illinois. I was not gone. I've always been here. This is Sim Season 36. I think we're on Sim Season 12 when you were first here. 2nd and 18. George looking. George throws. And gets it outside to J.T. Franklin out to the 24-yard line. Clock is moving. A gain of 6 to bring up 3rd and 12. You can ask Evil Dead. He and I are here almost every night. Oh, no, I've been here. I haven't been gone. I took a week off for the fair, but that was it. George, oh, it's picked off. Coming back with it for the Giants. Number 21, Randall Joyce. Randall Joyce, the 6th-year defensive back out of Wyoming. And, guys, that's game over. Pretty much. We have the Vikings and the Buccaneers up next. We do have another game. We'll head down to Tampa for that one. Think of the children. Eric Johnson, some highlights. He had a couple of nice touchdown runs. In fact, he's got, 3 touchdown runs today. He's having himself a day. The 8th-year back out of Duke. A big day. If we had fantasy football on here, that'd be a lot of points for somebody. 31-17, the Giants lead it with 46 seconds left. This one is all but over. Carolina has but 1 timeout. They'll probably take it after this play. 1st and 10 from the Carolina 13-yard line in the victory formation. Gardner will take a knee. Carolina predictably takes their final timeout. Giants will be 1-0. The Panthers will be 0-1. Giants are the defending NFC East champions. Gardner takes a knee again. Panthers can't stop the clock. They'll play each other in 2 weeks. Will be the rematch in week 3. A quick turnaround. And they don't have to snap it if they don't want to. Gardner in the victory formation will take a knee, and that will do it. Your final score, the Giants 31, the Panthers 17. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. We'll be back with the Bucs and the Vikings in about 5 minutes. See you then.